Get that type of media coverage Obama get. Spit that Kurt Vonnegut. That blow.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the famed New York Arena here at Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. Rose has got his eye on the prize. Look at that focus and determination during his ring walk. He's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Rose. And his opponents, fighting out of the red corner,
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Little get to know you here in the opening round scheduled for 10. During your training career, is this the type of matchup that you liked when you had a power puncher facing another power puncher?
No, I hated it. I never wanted to fight a big banger. I wanted to be the only guy in that ring that brought that to the party.
Keep moving.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
Rose is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch.
Work the body.
Blocks that punch. 90 seconds to go here in this round. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Holy cow! Rose is feeling the impact of that powerful hook. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. It's been a recent trend, Teddy, where we've seen in the heavyweight division a lot of Eastern Europeans dominating. Why do you think that is?
Same thing in basketball. I don't think they're the better athletes, but you know what? There's an urgency. There's a real hunger. This is their opportunity. The fight is over here, and the basketball players, for that part, they have too many options here. Over there, they make the most of it, and fundamentally, they're very sound.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Able to cover up that gut. Final 10 seconds of round number 2.
Keep on. Don't give him a chance to set his feet and get any punches. I want you to slugger out with this guy, all right? Keep your range. Jab, jab, right. Okay?
Side to side. Lean to the side, then boom.
You have to double the jab. Look, he's timing you. Every time.
And round number 3 is underway. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Rhodes. Great movement to get away from those punches. Able to dismiss that body shot. And a smart counter punch by Bad Intentions. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room. And at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down, you start backing up.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Very clean offense from defense by Rose. 10 seconds to go in this third round. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Stand straight up. Move that body. Move that body. Take a deep breath.
Here we go with the fourth round. Bad Intentions, his corner is probably wondering what effect the last round's going to have as we start this round. Remember, he was stunned in that last round.
Yeah, he was stunned. He's got to behave like a pro, like a real fighter now. He's got to be able to have a short memory, put that aside, and go out there now and pick up the same way as he had in his mind when he came to this arena. But he's going to be the boss. He's going to be the one leaving here with a W.
Rose is thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away, so as you said, those punches, aren't going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Nice work on the inside. Hey, he's going against his own grain right here. He's actually doing well on the inside.
Bad news for his opponent, because we already know that on the outside he's the man. Now, if he can be the man on the inside where he's not supposed to be, tough way to beat that.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Oh, and he is hurt after that series of punches.
He needs to start moving that head.
He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. Rose's trainer is telling him, hey, just stick with what you've been doing. Yeah, but what he was doing caused him to get rocked earlier.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make an adjustment. Now, they don't feel it's time yet, but that time's coming. It's coming quick.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. Rose is looking like a fighter that doesn't have much left. But Teddy, he's been absorbing so much to the body. It's got to take its toll.
Yeah, it does. You know, it's starting to really break him down. I mean, it doesn't happen in one round. It started early. That's what good body work is. You start early, you understand that, and it pays off when you're late. It's starting to pay off now.
End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Keep on the spine, in and out, side to side, never stand. Stay away from it. Keep throwing that jab.
Over the hump, the back end of the fight now begins. Bad Intentions is fighting real smart here on the outside. Well, if ever you wanted to explain to somebody the benefits of distance while fighting, this is a perfect example by what we're seeing out of him on the outside.
Well, you know, so many times I see tall guys, and what the heck's the sense of being tall if you don't know how to fight tall? He knows how.
You can just tell that he's lacking that jab there. He just hasn't committed to throwing it at all.
I mean, that's the most basic thing in the world, is to use that jab. That jab does so many things.
Holy cow! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. shot up top. And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Unable to score with the hook. Rose is making up some ground now. I mean, what we just saw out of that last round, I think it closed the gap. He's losing on the scorecards, but I think he closed the gap a bit.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. You know, one thing is you know that he understands. A lot of times the fight ends and the guy puts his hands up and you say, what is he putting his hands up for? And he thinks he won the fight because he wasn't being honest with himself. He's being honest with himself. He knows where he's at.
That round, you're in control. Next round, let's easy. Won that round, all right?
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Nice strike after catching one by Rhodes. Trying to get right up against his chest there, it seems, but you know what? It's working out well. He has been so solid. Now, I know he likes to get to the inside, but what I'm impressed with is the way he's doing it, utilizing that jab. What should his opponent be thinking about?
Well, right now his opponent should be thinking about slipping that jab. You know, moving his head, you know, and letting it pass him instead of catching him right on the kisser.
Keep your business.
He missed with that. Oh, and there you go. Bad Intentions is stunned and he is hurt. Rose is mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. That was not well targeted by Rhodes. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. Parries the punch, comes back with the hook. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Rhodes. Good exchange. He fires back. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. Rose has got to conserve his energy a bit here. He just does not look like a fresh fighter right now.
Yeah, you're starting to wonder right now what kind of conditioning program he had. And right now his opponent is saying, hey, I'm going to jump on him. I'm going to find out right now whether or not he did all the road work he needed to.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. Not able to land the headshot. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Rose's got to feel that right there. He was just tagged by a big uppercut. Oh! Bad Intentions is in bad shape. He is stunned, but somehow has the wherewithal to hang on. The ninth round is here. Bad Intentions has got to prove to everybody right now that he's in good shape. Remember, he was stunned in that last round.
But what he's got to prove to is the referee, first of all. The referee's taking a close look at him right now. So if he doesn't throw back and he doesn't have his legs under him, his night's going to be over.
He's bleeding from his cheek. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Rose is learning a lesson here that you don't want to learn, and that is no head movement means you're going to take shots to the head.
Well, Customato used to tell me, if you don't move your head, guess what? The other guy are moving for you. Right now, the other guy is moving his head for him.
Painfully so. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Rose. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Very clean offense from defense by Rose. Fires right back at him. Rose's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Nice strike after catching one by Rose. Rose is in a hole. There's no other way to say it. He's losing this fight badly.
Yeah, if he was in the casino, guess what? The house would have most of his money. And right now he needs to hit a 7. And that means he needs to roll those dice. He needs to gamble.
This is it, 10th and final round as they face off against each other. Great right was lined up, but he missed. Rose is proving to be elusive. No, he missed that right. There it is! Oh, that's gotta hurt. Rose is down. He went down hard. And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Rose is showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
He behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
He missed with that headshot. Well, that wraps it up. Now, let's send it up to our ring announcer for the decision.
We go to the judges' scorecards. All three judges score the fight under unanimous decision. Your winner, judges.
Winner by unanimous decision, all three judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We'll see you next time ringside.